Daimler Mercedes-Benz, in a familiar name that we have to travel to many previous decades to know. This brand consists of 3 names and 3 stories. On 17th March 1834, Gottlieb Daimler was born in Schorndorf. After training as a gunsmith and working in France, he attended the Polytechnic School in Stuttgart from 1857 to 1859. In 1863, he became a workshop inspector in a machine tool factory. In Reutlingen, Daimler became technical director of the gas engine manufacturer Deutsche Gasmotorenfabrik in 1872, where he became familiar with Otto's 4-stroke technology. After disagreements with the managing director, he left the company in 1882. Daimler set up a development workshop in his greenhouse at his Cannstatt villa to focus on developing petrol-driven 4-stroke engines. In 1884, working with Wilhelm Maybach, he developed an internal combustion engine known today as the grandfather clock. The machine has a compact, low-weight design, forming the basis for vehicle installation. However, the costs of trial operations soon consumed Daimler's entire fortune, and he was obliged to find business partners. With Max Duttenhofer and his business partner Wilhelm Lorenz, Daimler founded Daimler Motoren Gesellschaft on 28 November 1890. But while Duttenhofer wanted to produce stationary engines, Daimler preferred to focus on vehicle production, which led to a dispute. In 1891, Wilhelm Maybach resigned due to unacceptable conciseness, and Daimler resorted to a trick. He continued to build engines with Maybach, but the patents were all in his name. The increasingly tense relationship between Duttenhofer and Lorenz led them to exclude Daimler as a shareholder. However, commercial pressures resulted in both of them returning to the company. Thanks to the Phoenix engine built by Maybach, the Daimler engine gained popularity abroad. A group of English industrialists was prepared to pay 350,000 marks for licensing rights. Maybach was appointed technical director of DMG, and Daimler received a position on the technical board and became the inspector general of the supervisory board. The return of both men to DMG was an unexpected boost for the company. However, Gottlieb Daimler enjoyed this rapid development for only a short period. He died of heart disease on 6 March 1900. Carl Benz was born in Karlsruhe on 25 November 1844. His father passed away in July 1846. Despite financial limitations, his mother ensured that Carl attended grammar school and later studied mechanical engineering. He quickly advanced from a locksmith to a designer and workshop foreman. In 1871, he joined forces with mechanic August Ritter to create his first company, Carl Benz and August Ritter Engineering Workshop in Mannheim. When Ritter proved to be an unreliable partner, Carl Benz was forced to pay him off using his wife Bertha Ringer's dowry and ran the company alone. From 1878, Carl Benz worked intensively on a gas-driven 2-stroke engine to realize his vision of a vehicle without horses. After many attempts, he finally got the engine running for the first time on New Year's Eve in 1879. He founded the Gasmotorenfabrik Mannheim Gas Engine Factory as a shareholding company in October 1882. Although Benz owned only a 5% share in the company and had limited influence in technical areas, his backers were primarily concerned with the safe business of stationary gas engines. In January 1883, Benz left his company and partnered with Max Rose and Friedrich Wilhelm Esslinger to establish Benz SI, Rheinische Gemotorenfabrik Mannheim Benz Co., Rheingas Engine Factory Mannheim. They introduced the 2-stroke system Benz engine. He started Carl Benz Sony Carl Benz Sons in Ladenburg in 1906. Carl Benz resigned as managing director in 1912 and transferred sole management control to his sons. Wilhelm Maybach was born on February 9, 1846, in Heilbronn as the son of a master carpenter. While studying at Broderhaus, Wilhelm Maybach first met Gottlieb Daimler while working in a machine shop in 1864. When Gottlieb Daimler resigned from Deutsche Gasmotorenfabrik due to internal conflicts, Wilhelm Maybach. He in October 1882 in Cannstatt. Together they worked on the development of a lightweight, high-speed combustion engine. Daimler Motorengesellschaft DMG was founded in November 1890 by Daimler and two business partners, Max Duttenhofer and Wilhelm Lorenz. Working with a small team at the Hotel Hermann in Cannstatt, he developed significant design concepts, including the drive belt, the Phoenix engine, and the spray nozzle carburetor inspirations used in the automotive industry for decades to come. Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach were reinstated at DMG in November 1895 at the behest of English industrialist Frederick Sims, who negotiated a substantial licensing deal with the company. The most important result is the belt-driven car, the first car produced by DMG in significant quantities. After the death of Max von Duttenhofer in August 1903, Maybach's position in the company gradually deteriorated, eventually leading to his resignation from DMG in April 1907. 1882 engine development. In 1882, Gottlieb Daimler left his job working on gas engines after a disagreement with management. He then purchased a villa and converted the existing greenhouse on the property into an experimental workshop. Daimler's goal was to develop an engine that could run on gasoline and be used in various types of vehicles, including land, sea, and air vehicles. The two engineers created their first design at the Cannstatt test workshop. This was a non-adjustable hot tube ignition engine that was based on the four-stroke principle pioneered by Otto. Later on, Daimler patented this engine DRP-280-22. This engine was initially horizontal, but was a crucial stepping stone towards the development of the renowned Daimler single-cylinder engine. This engine is now referred to as the grandfather clock and is considered a key milestone in the history of automotive production. 1885, the Daimler riding car, the world's first motorcycle. Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach created a smaller single-cylinder engine based on the grandfather clock template. They used it to build a prototype carriage with a strengthened wooden frame, which was inspired by a bicycle. This prototype is known as the Daimler Reitwagen or riding car. By installing the engine vertically in the wooden frame, Gottlieb Daimler essentially invented the motorcycle, the first automobile with a gasoline engine. On December 19, 1894, Benz Co. in Mannheim received an order for the world's first motor bus, starting a scheduled bus service on the Siegen-Netphen-Düs route on March 18, 1895. The world's first truck. The Daimler Motorengesellschaft delivered the world's first truck to the British Motor Syndicate, Ltd. in London on October 1, 1896. This truck was powered by a two-cylinder Phoenix engine located at the rear end, which produced 1909, the three-pointed star on all routes. In September 1902, DMG patented the Mercedes brand, but they needed a unique trademark to go with it. Gottlieb Daimler's sons, Paul and Adolf, remembered that their father used to use a star as a symbol. Inspired by this, the DMG board registered the three-pointed star as a trademark in June 1909. From 1910 onwards, a three-dimensional star was used to decorate the front radiator of the company's vehicles.